Here's the opener. New shirt! Bam! Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog. It's gonna be a quick one because, I don't think I have anything real to talk about right now. There's nothing really on the mind. Okay, there's plenty of things on the mind, but anything really we're talking about? A little bit. First up, as you'll notice, there was no vlog last week, and we're having a quick vlog this week because life has been a bit on the rough side. It was 7 days straight, so every 7 months, my schedule rotates and everything, right? I've said this many times. I do 2 mornings. For 2 months, I do mornings, Saturday to Tuesday. For 2 months, I do mornings, Tuesday to Friday. And then it is 1 month of swings, which is 10:30 from Tuesday to Friday. It's swings, so it's 2:30 to 12:30 at night for a month. And then for a month, it's this weird one where you do Saturday through Monday swing, and then you do Graves Wednesday night and Thursday night. But there's these transition periods that need to be done. So to transition from swing to splits, it's 7 days straight of swings. And that just happened. So because of just the hecticness of just going into work every day for a week, I forgot all about the blog. Forgot about Dre. Not so great. That's what happened. Right after those 7 day straights of working that, you get like 30 hours, and then you go into Grave. And Grave is 10:30 at night to 6:30 in the morning, and then you're expected to be able to sleep after that, which you, of course, can sleep for exhaustion, but I'm having a hard time getting the full, like, I can sleep bare like 4 hours in the morning. Not great. And you do that for 2 days, and then that's the rotation for that month, is you're doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday swing, and then Graves Wednesday night and Thursday night. It's not the best. And so that just happened, which is why my head is not in the best place. Well, exhausted-wise, I mean. And so, I have just not been as productive as I usually am. I still do the streams, but I'm not as productive as I usually am outside of the streams, which is not so great. And, yeah, forgot all about the vlog. And also, the podcast didn't happen because of that as well. Next podcast is going to be, I'm going to record it Wednesday with Verb. We're going to talk about the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, since we got more information on them now. The prices are out and all that stuff, so we'll talk about that. And that'll be the next one. And then I think after that, I want to do some political ones. We'll do at least 2 political podcasts before the election. And then after the election, we'll go back to talking to artists, game stuff, and all that things. I'll try to talk to Captain Dangerous and her husband if I can. They're busy people, but if I can get a hold of them, I want to talk to them again before the end of the year. And I don't know about Mez and Smith. I want to talk to them again yet. I like to have some time between talking to them, just because, you know, there are some regulars I want, but there's also just getting other guests from other places. Maybe more random artists and things like that. That's the plan for the podcast. The Kirby podcast has been coming out a bit slow because of just, we have to redo all the old ones is one of the reasons, and then it's also just because things have been crazy. The next episode is going to be Kirby's Toy Box, and I'll be working on that this weekend. The Amiibo Tournament, still working on that. It's making great progress, but it's at like maybe 70% done. It's still got work to do. I've been working on it for a month, and because things have been crazy with work and also back surgery, things have been just taking a while on that. Next time, oh no, I forgot to say, and then after a month, to do the next transition, you do 7 days straight of Graves. That is rough stuff. I've done it just to prove I can, but I'm going to take vacation time on those in the future. So, in the future, after the 7 swings, I'm taking those 2 Graves off just so I can just have a couple days after doing 7 straight, and then I'll do the split. And then I'm taking either some or all of that 7 days of Graves off. Probably just some, not all of it. Just so I can start getting used to Graves. But take some of it off or all of it, and I can tell my bosses are looking at me like, well, look at this weakling. And I don't give an F. I really don't care. I don't get that sick that often, thankfully, so I don't have to use my vacation time for sickness. So because of that, I have them, and I can use them for the Graves. And people don't mind because they love overtime, so they'll pick up my Graves. Graves aren't fun, but they're money. So, blah, what do you want from me? People making money. And not only that, but as a group, that's more money out because At my job, overtime is time and a half. I think that's normal. Time and a half. So 8 hours a grave becomes 12 hours. You don't think people want that kind of money? It's nice money. I do graves on occasion, but I only do them when I'm working, when I have certain days off. Like, if it's just in the middle, when just don't have anything going on, I'll do a grave and get that money or get that accumulated time. And there you go. But I'm just giving people overtime. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving people overtime. That's the way I see it. I don't see it as me leaving things open. It's me giving people overtime. Because people like money. That's a thing. But my bosses don't like it because if there's ever a point where the coworkers can't do it, they have to take it. They must take it. And they've never been in that situation ever, so I don't get the problem. For me, time is the most important commodity. Time is the most important commodity. And then it's like mental health. Mental health is, well, time, rest. That's important for that. So I'm perfectly fine taking vacation time out to rest, to not get worse. Because I have seen what this job can do to some people. I've seen people just age dramatically from this job. I'm trying not to let that happen. But my bosses are they're kind of competitive people, so they just see you as weak if you don't do it. But at the same time, like, why? People talk about how we've gotten soft over time, how we've gotten more about our feelings and everything. That is an indication of how advanced we've gotten, honestly. That's really what it is. And also where we've come with our technology and everything. We don't need to manually pound steel anymore. We have machines for that. We need to manually pound calculations and other things instead in our head. That's all. That's all it's changed. We don't need, like, testosterone has gone down over the decades because we don't need as much muscle anymore. Most of the muscle we gain these days is recreational. We don't need it for necessity. I don't need to have the muscles that I have at all for a lot of things I do in my life. This is just to feel healthy and strong. That's all this is. I only need to be able to lift 50 pounds at work. 50 pounds isn't really that much, honestly. You just don't need to be that strong anymore. You need to be able to think very well, though. You need to have some endurance and athleticism, but you don't need to be that strong necessarily. That's the way I'm going to put it. So I don't really care about this limitation of the manliness of men and all that bullshit. That doesn't matter. That's not what's important anymore. Now, if things go to shit, then we'll need that, of course. If we have some big apocalyptic situation, then you're going to need muscles, you're going to need endurance and strength and all that, and wiriness and survival skills. You're going to need all those things. It's important to have some idea of how to be able to survive on your own if the apocalypse somehow did happen. But that's neither here nor there, I suppose. And that's not important for my job. So I don't need to prove I'm tough. I don't need to prove any of that. I have bosses who think I need to prove I'm tough, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they think. The only time it matters what they think is if I need them to do a favor, and I gotta make sure I don't need them to do me a favor. I'm just a good worker. I do my damn job. I do it well. Like, I don't really want to talk about Biden and Trump, but okay, let's talk about it for a moment. So, there's a reason why I try not to do too much with the community. Now, what do I mean by that? So, there's a reason why I haven't done Among Us with the community. One is, y'all have terrible mic quality. Y'all have very terrible mic quality. That's one reason. The other is, Scarf is too competitive. And I've learned that over time. I've learned that I'm too competitive. So, all Among Us would do would eventually make me angry at you guys. The reason why D&D is a different beast is because it's a collaborative effort to win something together. That's why. So we're against, in the end, you're against a clock. You're against an NPC kind of situation going on there. That's not going to make me mad if we somehow blow it, because that's part of the fun in D&D. In Among Us, it's everyone lying at each other and accusing each other, and eventually I'll take it personally. I've learned this from other assassin games. So that's why I don't want to play Among Us with the community, because eventually I'll just get annoyed with you guys. And that's not healthy in any way. So I don't really want to play Among Us with you guys. Among Us is fun. I enjoy playing it with randos and with friends, but because that's because you can have an antagonistic relationship with your friends as long as it's all in good fun. But over time, after like an hour, I'm like, I kind of hate my friends right now. I'm going to just stop playing. So I know it's not healthy. So yeah, Among Us is not a good game for me. So I don't want to do that with the community. Now, if we did something like Path of Exile, that's collaborative, we're working together to beat a dungeon kind of thing. We just, games like that, we're co-oping to beat a thing, I'm fine doing that. Because I remember back during Smite times when I got too competitive, and if you guys dropped the ball, I'd get annoyed. And if you guys would just go against what I wanted to do, what the team plan was, I'd get annoyed as well. And I came to realize, like, that's not a good feeling to have. You don't want to get annoyed with your community. So that's why I haven't really played that many versus games, versus party games, and things like that, because I know I'm very competitive. And it's not the healthiest thing. I'm not Michael Jordan here. That is a random thing if you didn't know about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's entire mindset was, I gave you the ball, make the shot. If I pass you the ball, make the shot. Because if you want me to make all the points, I will. I'll do all the points myself. But I have to pass the ball sometimes. So do your job, make the shot. That's Michael Jordan's mindset. And that's the mindset of very competitive people, is if I give you the shot, take the damn thing and you better make it. And I know I have that in me, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Because that just makes me angry. And that also is why Michael Jordan's a very angry person. If you don't know this, Michael Jordan is an extremely aggressive person in real life. He's a very aggressively competitive person. That is useful in becoming a champion, but it's not useful in making friends. It's not useful in having harmony. The only reason why his team was able to do so well is because Phil Jackson's a freaking genius. That and because he's an amazing player, but he needs to have parts around him to pull it out together, because there's times when Michael Jordan can't make the shot. He needs other people to do it. So that's why I don't really want to do Among Us. Among Us is fun, but I don't really want to do it because I hate the lying aspect. I hate the dishonest aspect of it, I suppose, and it does get to me. That's also why I don't try to do political debates with the community anymore. I don't want to talk politics anymore. I just don't want to talk about anything controversial anymore, because even more so now in this day and age, everyone is very aggressively extreme with a lot of ideas and things, and no one's really open to each other's thoughts. And so I don't really want to deal with that with the community. I really don't. I'd rather we just have fun together. If we want to have angry political debates, we can go somewhere else for that. And there's a lot of places to have that. Here you see what I think about everything. You can see where I lean, which is center-left. Been talking about it with Jinx a lot. Jinx is like, you're not really center, you're more center-left. I'm like, I guess that's true. Because I agree with some things on the right. Apparently I agree with a lot more on the left than I realized. It might be I'm just trying to be even-handed because I prefer being even-handed, but apparently I just more agree with the left side of things. So to end this, let's end it with politics as we always do. The Trump-Biden debate was a shit show, as we all know it was. It wasn't great, wasn't good, a lot of interrupting each other. Honestly, a lot of people were just saying, why don't you just mute the mics? Or just give them a lot of times and they get muted when it's done. I think that's not a bad idea, because debates aren't about being interrupted. It's about just putting your point and then they put their point. It's a very boring thing. Debates are extremely boring. People who just want to see a shit show, they got that show, and they were very entertained. But you know who loses from that? We lose from that. We don't win. Politics should be boring as balls. It should be boring. If politics are exciting, we're in a bad place. That's the truth of the matter. Politics should be boring. If it's exciting, that means things are on fire, and when things are on fire, that's never good for anybody. And that's where we're at right now. Biden and Trump just interrupting each other. Look at the rest of the world. They're like, what the hell's going on with America? They're watching us burn, and they're confused. Because it's an self-inflicted burning. It's very not good. Keyword on me seeing burning. Politics aren't great, but I'm still going to do some political stuff coming up. I've come to realize I just can't find a Trump supporter I can talk to. I can't find someone I can talk to without me just going like, what the fuck, really? Over and over and over again. Because I talk politics with my boss. Okay, well, I listen to my boss talk about politics, is what I do. And I'm just like, oh, I can't engage this. I can't. That's stupid. I can't. No. That's a dumb thing he just said. All right. Okay, this wasn't actually true. All right, okay. I'll just nod at him on this one. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's also dumb. All right, well, this is not, nope, I can't respond to any of these things, and then move on. That would just be what the podcast would be if I didn't try to just talk back, and that's not exactly good podcast. So all I can do is just invite people who are central and on the left side of things. I can't invite anyone on the right because I can't comprehend people on the right who are voting for Trump. Like, I get the Lincoln Project. People are like, all right, that'd be something if I knew anyone from there, but I don't. I know plenty of former Republicans who are now are Democrats or central, but I don't know any Republicans. Well, I know Republicans, but I don't know any I'd be willing to talk to and go like, what the fudge? I can't comprehend Trump support. I just can't comprehend it. It's just such a shit show. I just don't get it at all. And that is a bridge I cannot get the gap on. I mean, I can't bridge the gap on that. I just can't. I know I can't. And so because of that, I can't really do that. But there's going to be some interesting stuff because it's going to be the guess I'm going to get for this is going to be interesting, especially 2 Prime. He's going to go. We're going to go long on that one. 2 Prime basically just loves politics and studies it so well and knows it very well that it's going to be a very informative episode for sure. That's going to be a very useful one to talk about politics because since he understands the theater, he understands everything that's going on a lot better than I do. He grew up Republican. Now he's more on the left side of things. He still has some. The truth of the matter is, everyone gotta have some views on one side or the other. I can't imagine anyone's purely one side or the other. There are some things, especially the extremes, where like, there's no way you agree with that. But that's enough. That's enough talking right now. So that is the vlog. Next week we'll see. Oh right, jeez, I should have said this earlier. Back surgery is almost here, so I don't know what's going to happen. Once back surgery happens, my productivity should tank. So we'll see when that is and what happens. If it's around election time, oh damn, that wouldn't be so good. Back surgery's coming up, though. So, yeah, that right there is the vlog. I had fun talking about it, fun watching and listening, and that's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Like, come by, and see you next time.